Namaste family, welcome to Earthly Awakenings. I'm Surratt. Welcome to regulars and newcomers and just everybody stopping by for the message. Damn, that is really hot. So anyway, wanted to get on here and get an energy check in. I do apologize about the irregularity of getting these videos up consistently. I'm actually noticing an impact on for my viewers and stuff. It's just been a crazy couple weeks of fantastic purging, and we wish all your like a whole ego death would come all at once, but that's not the name of the game. It's all part of a process. And biggest thing about healing is you can't rush your healing, and things come up to be burped out when they're supposed to be burped out, and we'll be I wish we could release everything, release everything all at once, but things that stick around are still serving a purpose. And so anyway, I wanted to get on here and just get you guys just a general energy check. Again, take what resonates, because they always seem to tighten up into certain groups, but this is just going to be a general love reading, divine masculine and feminine, and what the combined energies are. So anyway, like always, just like to ask for the presence of the divine archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel, protection, healing, and guidance. Call on Mary Magdalene to oversee this reading with love and guidance, to only allow in messages of the highest truth and of the highest good. Call on my spirit team to correspond with the 5D masculine energy, 5D feminine energy, to receive the messages clearly, what they would like this group to know at this time. I just ask for protection for anybody that is watching this message, anybody that's around, anybody that is here. Just ask for protection, open hearts, open minds for all. I thank you for your presence. I thank you for using me as a clear channel to deliver these messages. I appreciate you. I appreciate my viewers. I appreciate this opportunity. Thank you. Much love. And hey, family, I wanted to just apologize for the background noise. Life of a single parent. We all share love. It's it's a tribe thing. So just bear with me with the background noise of Astro Boy. All right, so I'm going to use the Tarot de la Nut. Just picked up a new deck for the Divine Masculine. And so anyway, let's just get in and see where Divine Masculine's at right now. Where that energy is at the moment. And, so just bear with me. Think about your connection. Think about your masculine, your feminine, whoever you're watching this for. It's not gender specific. Again, masculine, feminine energy exists inside of both of us. It's mind and heart. So, again, you may resonate with some of the masculine energy and some of the feminine energy. So just, again, do you know the routine? Damn, that 10 of Wands been coming up for... Kept seeing that 10 of Wands, so... A spiritual journey is a heavy journey, for the mind to take, and for the ego to take. So it's really easy to see that the 10 of Wands is comes up a lot. So at the foundation of this, with the Divine Masculine, is lover's energy. Okay, so this energy is, it's broad, it's your connection, it's whatever connections he's in, friendships, relationships, business partnerships, everything. So right now, Divine Masculine is really focused on lover's energy, on opening his heart chakra. And also, I'm just seeing a lot of blue in here as well. So, working on how to communicate love, how to communicate put feelings, emotions, and thoughts into into tangible words. Because yeah, he's in his, and so also he's in his tapping into his feminine energy, and actually, and tapping into his emotional energy, with the Queen of Cups here. So that's cool. So it seems like he might be a little emotional for the masculine right now. Yeah, tapping into the intuitive energy to balance his masculine energy. The new beginnings on their mind. Holy cow! So yeah, for those of you guys that are gonna be here and stick around for this, you can definitely see this is a divine union. This is a divine connection. You got the Lovers card and the Two of Cups. So right now the main focus of this seems like divine masculine is really coming into the understanding of this connection. So right now, because the awakening for the masculine energy has been really, really profound lately. And when your intuition starts really kicking up, you start to question everything, and that's when you try to find a balance, because you're literally seeing life through two aspects, through your mind and through your heart, and trying to find a balance. And that's what the High Priestess is following our, it's aligning our being, it's aligning our actions. In an intuitive state, into a state that that takes everybody into consideration, because this is a two, the High Priestess is a two, and a two is balance, it's harmony, it's when decisions are made that everybody that's involved in your decision, everybody that's involved is taken into consideration. There's no bulldozing going on. And so that's the beauty when we're in the High Priestess energy, is we are literally looking from a heart center, but we're looking at it from all aspects, through our ego aspect, through our logical mind, through our heart, through our intuition. So this is a gigantic, and this is current energy for him, in the present right now. Is just trying to find a balance between spirit and how the hell to move forward in the physical world. And that's the biggest thing about spiritual awakening. That's the hardest thing for most humans when it comes to your spiritual awakening. Is it's seeing, like what you were doing, seeing Babylon for Babylon and seeing spirit for spirit. And being able to now be able to go into the 3D world with this new perspective, with this new heart, these new intentions, new career mind, new everything. It's a big deal. And it's not a decision to be taken lightly, so the masculine's really taking this intuitive power to bring forth his true emperor power, because be able to coexist in in life is having a balance, knowing that the game of life is one aspect of life, and then the game of your heart and your interactions with humans is a whole nother, on how you're going to play the game. And masculine's really wanting to, the emperor energy is a little controlling, so that's probably part of the trying to maintain the balance, from the material to the spiritual, because that's the biggest thing when it comes to the union. It wants balance with spirit and intuition, but also balance to be able to be the provider that he once was, or that he views himself as, because that's a really hard thing. Is like you've been able to provide for yourself in the physical world doing one thing, and if you're going through some kind of career change or some kind of change that you can't see the financial future that your normal way of being would do, but that normal way of being is starting to taste like salt. Hold on a second. How we used to work and how we used to provide and all that for many humans is starting to become salt. It's not as sweet as it used to be, because now you're starting to understand the meaning of a job, and then doing what you love. There's a very wise man once said the key to success is getting paid for playing. When we have a job, then it's a burden. And so right now it seems masculine energy is trying to find a way to balance the pinnacle and the spirit to be able to have this fantastic, have this Two of Cups and this Lovers, this new beginning. Because right now he's holding on to those last little bit of wands of trying to figure out, trying to hold on to maybe some old ways of thinking, some old ways of doing that might be slowing down this new beginning for him. But again, it's all part of the process. We all wish that we could just get that one good spiritual whack and, literally just wake up through a perceiving through our hearts and that ego's non-existent. But that's not that happens, maybe for a few humans. But also those humans had to go through tremendous suffering for that to happen to them. But it's a process. The letting go process and it's a tough process because it hurts. When you're to release something, you literally got to rip the Band-Aid off, and maybe it's not completely healed underneath, and you've got to look at it and look what was causing the bleeding. Because I'm seeing that masculine energy right now is heart-centered, which is really good. And again, so this is on a spiritual aspect. What you're seeing, you may be seeing some of this Nine of Wands energy in your physical world. Seeing this cat that's just really tired, overburdened, and not really, because a human when you're in a Nine of Wands, you have so much shit going on around you, and you're just so guarded, so you can't give everything your attention, and so you're just literally trying to survive in that moment. So which is beautiful, because we got the beautiful new beginning, and is at the Nine of Wands here, and it's really easy to skip that freaking Ten of Wands, from this energy right here, because you get tired of being guarded, and then at this point you just lay everything down and you can just go right to your new beginning. But again, I think that's why I kept seeing that Ten of Wands as I was shuffling too, is because the masculine energy is extremely burdened, with trying to figure out that, the pinnacle world. It's the unknown that scares every human. It's the fear of the unknown, not knowing what's coming, and especially when you start perceiving the world differently, how you want to live in the world. Like, you used to like to do all of this stuff that used to cost a lot of money, but now you don't really have that desire to maybe do those things anymore. So then your need for more money is going down, and that kind of freaks people out, because they kind of got this feeling like they can take life easier, but it scares the shit out of them. Instead of just being able to just embrace it, they're like, oh man, I don't have that freaking burden. I was doing that because I wasn't happy with this, but now I'm happy. And so those things fall away, and it freaks humans out. So yeah, let's see. For Divine Feminine, we'll use the Wildwood deck here. Now let's just see what's going on with Divine Feminine, because this is really fantastic energy for the masculine. Again, as you know, that you could probably relate into these cards over the last period that you've been on your journey. But it's also much of your energy that feeds this fantastic energy for the masculine. I'm actually really impressed with this energy. There's almost no shadow side. This was actually a very, very brighter side of what's going on. Just the Nine of Wands energy here next to the Two of Pentacles is just really easy to see that, is trying to balance, the balance. So there's a little bit of just fear, just a little bit of fear of how it's going to work out, but that's just a natural process. You've got to work through that. You've got to work through that fear all on your own. That's completely on you. See, what I love about this Two of Cups too, that, you know, from this deck, it's always caught my eye too. Okay, I love this is the Divine Union card. Okay, so, you know, the lovers, yes, this is the intimacy. Okay, but intimacy is only a small fraction of what a true relationship is. Okay, so each one of these humans in, you know, in this Two of Cups card is, you know, they've still kind of got, they know that each other are there, but they've got their own paths, their own lives. Okay, and a true union, that when two humans come together to make one, it doesn't mean that they drop their other lives to come together. No, you bring those two lives and make one, like super life. Okay, so that you can be together and live your lives just in total support of each other. Good, bad, or ugly, just knowing that whatever happens, that this human's got this human's back and this human's got this human's back. Okay, so that you can divide and conquer, and that is a true spiritual union. Because as a couple, you may reach and help humans in one way, and your counterpart has a completely other way of sharing and spreading love. So the two of you are going to have two different views, but if you look at it on a spreading love aspect, that's just beyond phenomenal, because you're covering twice the ground. You're both on the same mission, but different missions, because you accept the fact that you both express in different ways. And I see that that's what the masculine's trying to pull all together here. Is like, man, can I still have my life and her have her life, and we come together? You know, because that's the biggest thing that in any relationship when you come together is, how are you going to blend your two lives together? Are you going to have to sacrifice you for them, or them for you, or you know, if they get a job in Wisconsin and you guys live in Texas, like, how's that gonna work out, type things. And that only works out by having each other's backs, to be able to take your two lives and come into a compromise without bulldozing each other into one of your ambitions. See, I think Divine Feminine right now too is a little bit challenged, you know, because I know a lot of you have been on this journey for a minute, you know, and you can see that the silliness and the issues that the masculine's going through, and now you could be viewing that as a challenge, as being like, dude, the decision's so simple, why do you got to go through all this? But every human's got to go through their own process. You know, they got to go through their own maze and get shocked on their own. And see, because here, Nine of Wands. Okay, so oh wait, no, sorry, this is Nine of Pentacles. Sorry, the Nine of Stones tradition, because you've seen the truth, you feel the truth in your heart, and this human does as well. But, you know, masculine is just a few steps behind. You're watching this video, they're in their learning process as well. So, because Divine Feminine, you know, they're at a stage of, you're at a stage of making a decision. Do you continue to hold on to this connection, or do you just completely let this connection go?
Daddy.
Okay, but you know,
Daddy.
in your heart of hearts.
Daddy. No, can I
Step back over here.
No, Daddy. Can I take a bath?
We'll take a bath here in a little bit. Yeah, so finish your movie.
No, Daddy. Can I have a treat?
Huh?
Can I have a treat?
In a minute. Just let me finish my video, okay? So yeah, Divine Feminine, again, looks like I've felt this energy collectively. I felt it in myself. Again, this is, you can't rush your healing. Everything comes out in little bits. You'll be going along your journey, thinking, as soon as you think that you're fine, or you let everything go, life will remind you of things that perhaps you haven't let go of. Okay, but Divine's also, you know, reminding you, okay, so we're sitting here, you know, in this Nine of Arrows, Nine of Swords energy, okay, because you know the connection, okay, you're dedicated to the connection, you've been dedicated, you're seeing whatever you're seeing in the physical world, and now it's kind of forcing you into into another decision. Okay, so because you see the fertility. So they got the green woman here, or the high priestess, or not the high priestess, the empress, because you're in your empress energy. Okay, this is you. You're a manifester. You know how to control your emotions, how to see. You can see your emotions and stuff, and so divine just asking you to see, to look back there, to look back to what you already know. You know, all these new arrows, because all of the stuff that this guy's going on, going on in his world, you'll feel them. You'll feel those thoughts. You'll feel those worries. You'll feel those fears. Okay, but it's really easy to take them on as our energy, like it's our fears, and you're like, wait, I already let this shit go. Like, why the hell is it coming back? Okay, because you're feeling his energy. Okay, you're feeling the masculine's fears. Okay, so this is the king of arrows, the king of swords. So, and that's the cat that's always worried. That's the worried king. He's always on guard, and he's the one trying to figure out the 3D world. Okay, so any of the 3D aspects of this union that they keep coming at you, they're his. So don't take them on as your own. Take them and put them in your pot and transmute them into love and light. Okay? Because right now there is a death and a rebirth that is happening with this union. Okay, so what is happening? So it's the death card, the journey card. It's part of the journey. Okay, for both of you humans, the twin flame journey is about an ego death. It is dying to one's true self. And it is a very, very, very painful process. But it's an extremely easy process, but it is an extremely painful process at the same time. Okay, because you got the Four of Bows here. This is a twin flame union. You're getting so much twin flame confirmation here, it's insane. So this is the Four of Wands. So this union is, it's rooted, and it needs to be celebrated, because the biggest thing about the union is about your awakening, how you've woken up. If you think about everything that's led you to the moment, because if now go back to before you guys take this moment, and then go back before the separation or whatever brought you to this point, and see if you would go back with what you know now. See if you would go back to your old way of thinking to keep that relation or whatever else. Hell no, you wouldn't. Because what you've learned, what you've known, the massive amounts of information that have come your way, the spiritual gifts that have just been exploding in your life, you wouldn't trade those for nothing. You wouldn't even trade them for this union. Okay, and that's what needs to be celebrated. What needs to be celebrated is your awakening, and the awakening of this human, that you guys are waking out of the 3D matrix, the Babylonian freaking mindset of feast or famine, and which is a part of that game, and we play that game, but we're wiser because we're when you awaken up, you're being able to see that game for all of its rules, for every aspect of it, because now you're seeing it through spirit, and you're seeing it through through oneness, through all. There's no separation. So how you can fit into that huge game in the best manner, and to make the real impact. People are like, oh, I want to make an impact in the world. I'm going to put $1 million in my bank account. Well, really? I mean, you may have manufactured a freaking shit, a really bad product that was bad for the environment, that was outsourced using, whatever labor. That's not the impact. The impact is in how you create you can write a song or make a beautiful piece of art that is timeless. And that's what humans are waking up to make a true impact on themselves, their communities, and their lives. And that's what a spiritual awakening is waking up to not being separate from any human anymore, to stepping out of competition. Okay, because you're feeling this cat's energy. Okay, the feminine energy is feeling the masculine's worries and fears, and even the fear, because going through this death, and then anytime you go through a resurrection, it's really hard to see the future. But so these are the birth pains of giving birth to one's true self, to waking up to who you are, the rebirth. So this eight of cups is the walking away energy, but I really like these guys' aspect of it because it's more truthful. You don't ever walk away. It's always a rebirth. Okay, life is always moving forward, and is every day is a new birth. Okay, so feminine energy knows that a major change is coming. That the rebirth is happening. Okay, you've accepted the death and the rebirth that you've gone through because it's sitting inside this cauldron. All right, so let's take a look at the connective energy of this union, where it seems to be going, and I'll let you guys out of here. So, step back.
No, my crystal.
No,
That's
these are.
my crystal.
Oh, just a second. There you go, princess. Yeah, you can grab it. Where does this, for who these are resonating with, where does this union seem to be heading at the moment? What's going on? What's the connective energy that's going on here? So actually I'm sitting here looking at this, so this might resonate with some of you, you know, that I'm not really seeing a whole karmic thing until this kind of came out. So there may be some of you that your karmic partners in another, or your twins in another relationship, karmic, soulmate, whatever situation. And that could be the challenge that you're feeling, knowing the truth of your guys' union. And believe you me, you know the truth. Everybody knows that truth. And love to talk more on that. Because when your heart's with another person, it's not fair to be in a union with another person. It's not fair for anybody. So yeah, you could maybe feel in a little bit of that challenge with some of that lover's energy. If you notice, both these cats, dude, they've got their. One's got his eye on that masculine, the other one's got his eye on that feminine. Such a bummer on this here death card that the crow and the raven's my spirit animal, but they kind of made that a little bit dark, is that. But also, dude, that's why the crow and the raven, too, if you're ever called to them, they are fantastic birds of truth, and they will expose truth. You call on the power of the crow, you call on the power of the raven, they will guide you to what you need to know, to what needs to be seen. They are messengers of truth. Odin's bird. So right now, everybody, so 7's energy. Like I said, so maybe you're trying to do a balance as well. But so you got the 7 of Pentacles here. So again, like I was saying, there's a big worldly aspect, financial aspect that's being a big play in these unions. Is again trying to assimilate, holding on to old traditions, old ways of thinking, like, oh, I've got to work and pay these bills, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to, if I don't go to work every day, what are they going to think of me? Or if I don't do this, what are they going to think of me? If I quit my job and try to start a new job, what are they going to think of me? But this 7 of Pentacles here, though, this is about finding a new career path, I believe. That many of you humans are starting to see a new way into the Pinnacle world, and a new way of providing for yourself, a new way of providing. But of course, there probably is some conflict, because there's people that have opinions about it, there's fears about it, there's, with that probably does go a little bit of anxiety. There's that damn burden. So yeah, the connective energy here, I'm seeing that, this is a mirrored energy. So these little freaking things, you know, these arrows, these fears, and these worries, they burden both of you. Okay, they seem to just, when they do come, they almost do seem burdensome. Like maybe still a little bit of your pep out of your step or whatever. But you do have, you know, both of you guys know what to do. So I don't know why. So this will really seems to be centered to how you guys are planning on moving forward together into the 3D world. Okay, but both of you guys clearly have an idea on how to do so. Okay, that you both have this one pinnacle that you guys want to offer each other. Okay, so like I said, you got your little two. See, you got your two of cups here. Okay, so each one of you guys have your own pinnacle. Accept each other's pinnacle without judgment. Stay in that energy. Stay in that energy, and this energy will fall away. Okay, because there is hope. And all of this swords energy, all these fears, and you know, like, oh, is this gonna work out? You know, that are sitting in the back of this mind. Okay, just let them rest. Don't resist them, because if you resist anything, then it just seems to get freaking worse. So just stay in the hope that you know is there. Okay, you have the hope. Okay, believe in your dreams, believe in your wishes. So the only way the dreams and wishes don't come true is a lack of belief in them. Okay, and the fear in how they're gonna come out, the fear in how they're gonna, this damn Seven of Swords energy. There you go, it can completely trump that star card, but I like it better that way. Just trump that negative energy, okay? And allow the masculine energy, because masculine energy right now knows what he wants, okay? It's patience right now. He's wanting to, you know, come into his balanced energy, you know, on how he's going to survive. And right now, it's just patience. Everybody's just being called to patience right now. And so yeah, just be patient, and everything is going to unfold as it is meant to. We're running out of time on this video, but if there's anything you guys want to know more about, please just leave a comment. If you guys want a private reading, I do have availabilities. If you guys like the video, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, show your support, show your love. I appreciate all of it. I appreciate all of you. Namaste, and until the next message, much love.